did you do that?
Hey YouTube, and welcome to another video with myself, Microbox of X, and I'm on the cusp where I'm literally 1 subscriber away from 600. I can't believe that, because I set myself that goal for my birthday, which is in October, and I've managed to get to 1 subscriber short of 600. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell as well to get notified of when new videos drop. I will really appreciate it. It would be great to hit that 600 finally. Last night I had an awesome time with the Dazcast. Make sure you go and check out UK Dazarus's channel. I'll leave links down below for all the guys on the podcast. I had such an awesome time, and it was a bit of a late night because it started at 11 o'clock British Standard Time, so I was on the show until just after 1 o'clock, and then I was at work, up for work at 6, so it was a long old evening, but I enjoyed every minute of it. So make sure you go and check the guys out there. I will put links down to everybody that was in the podcast. There was UK Daz, Monkey Baby, Jago Kukin, Boom, Stinking Corpse, Supersonic Station. It was amazing joining those guys, and I will be on the Dragon X podcast again tonight. That's returning for the next episode with my good buddy Xerox X and the Welsh Gamer, although the Welsh Gamer seems to need educating in comic book movies at the moment. I'll be doing that this evening just to wind him up. But yeah, my video today, I mean, I had something set out for today, and I got home and I've read the latest sort of news on it, and it's sort of a non-story now. So the video I was going to do was going to be about the rumoured, or the sort of hardware announcement that was going to be happening at Gamescom on the 21st of August during the Xbox show. They were supposed to be announcing this new hardware, but Major Nelson's gone on to his Twitter and corrected a tweet he put out, saying that it's not going to be new hardware, it's going to be sort of bundles and peripherals. So it most probably will be that Elite controller, the Elite 2 controller we've been hearing about. Personally, I'm a bit disappointed, because I was hoping that finally we might actually hear something about VR on the Xbox One, and I know it's something that Microsoft aren't exactly that interested in. They've bitten with the Kinect and the Kinect 2, but I think it's something that's really missing on the Xbox One, and I think we really do need it. And at the end of the day, there's hardware out there already, the Oculus, and there's many sort of mixed reality headsets, and there's stuff out there, and I've used the Oculus, I've used the PlayStation VR. They're extremely immersive, and for people to say that they're just fads, I don't think they will be fads. I think they're very good bits of hardware for certain styles of games. I'm a big fan of racing games, although I haven't played any for some time. I've just started getting back into them because I haven't had a steering wheel, and to do driving games you need a steering wheel. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, I had the sort of the Microsoft force feedback steering wheel on the Xbox 360, and I absolutely loved that game, and it just that steering wheel, and it just gave so much more sort of depth to the game. You felt like you're actually driving with these force feedback steering wheels, and to have that in a headset. I was at a friend's house at the weekend, and I've done this before anyway, but I hadn't done it for a while. But I stuck on the Oculus, and I was doing some laps around Spa-Francorchamps with the Oculus on Project Cars 2, and the immersion is just amazing. Yes, the resolution isn't there. I mean, you have obviously nowhere near the same resolution as an Xbox One X on a 4K television, but when you've got that level of immersion, it's not something that really bothers you, because you're not really paying attention anyway. I'm certainly not when I'm racing a Formula 1 car around Spa-Francorchamps. The last thing I'm thinking is, oh, those textures aren't quite as sharp as and they're not. And I've played on the PSVR. My brother at the time, he had a PlayStation 4 Pro and a PSVR, and again, the headset is nowhere near as good a quality as the Oculus. Nowhere near, but it was still immersive. I was still really enjoyed the experience. of being in a VR and experiencing this big world, like that. And the Star Wars Battlefront 2, I think it was, they did a level where you're actually flying an X-wing in space, and you can literally arch your head over and look out the canopy of the spaceship and look under your ship. It is so immersive and it is so clever, and I think it's something that Microsoft is really missing out on at the moment. And I can understand that apprehension. The Kinect wasn't very well received. I can sort of understand why. We were sort of forced to buy the Kinect 2. It was as a bundle when the Xbox One initially dropped. I still use my Kinect. My Kinect is still used quite regularly, and I couldn't imagine having my Xbox One without it. But it's not for everybody. I like the option of voice commands in games and things. So we're using that with the VR as well. It's just it would just be incredible, and I really hope that Microsoft do something. They don't have to produce their own VR units. They don't need to. Just give us an adapter. Just bring out some adapters and give these game developers the option, as they have with the PlayStation 4. Give them the options to produce games and produce experiences for these VR headsets. I would love one. I think if one doesn't drop on Xbox One in the next 12 months, I will probably go along the lines of probably upgrading my PC just so that I can use an Oculus for the racing simulators, because when you're racing, people are saying these are just a fad. I think the people that are saying that they're just a fad haven't either had a go on one, or they haven't actually played a proper gaming experience. They've just played one of these short demos, and there's lots of demos. The PlayStation 4 was riddled with them, more so of these demos than they were actual games. But I've played the demo for Resident Evil 7. I haven't played the full game. I know the guys have played this on the Dazcast. They were talking about it last night. I haven't played through the game on VR, but I played the sort of intro demo of that game, and it's just an incredible experience, especially when you've got this strange woman sort of creeping around you and sticking a knife in your leg, and it just feels like when you look down and you look at your leg and you can see this knife sticking out of it. It's just bizarre. The whole immersion and the experience of this is bizarre, and I think going back on this, I think it's just something that Microsoft really need to get into. No, we don't need them to design a specific headset. The Oculus is out there. There's mixed reality headsets out there. All they've got to do is bring out an adapter or whatever they need to do to allow us to plug it into the Xbox, and it's there. They don't need to do anything. It's just down to the developers to support it. And I think once you've had a go, if you're big into your racing games or your flight simulators or something like that, once you've delved into this, you will see what I'm getting at. You will understand what I'm talking about, and it's just an incredibly immersive experience, especially when you've got a proper, when you're doing the driving games. Get yourself a proper steering wheel like the G920. It's just amazing. It really is amazing. If you haven't had a go with a proper force feedback steering wheel, you're missing a trick. I'm not talking about one of those old ones that was flopping around with an elastic band on the inside with no sort of real grunt to it. These ones actually fight with you, and sort of you can feel the car sliding. So when you've got that with a VR, with a game like Project Cars 2, it's just incredible. There's no other way of explaining it, and it doesn't need to be that. It doesn't need to be in 4K. I know that they're working on one at the moment, which is supposed to be 8K, but it's 4K per eye. How that works out to be 8K, I don't know. It doesn't work out to me as surely 4K. But no, I really do think that Xbox needs a VR. It might not be for everybody. Not everybody wants these sort of things, but for people who like flight simulators and driving simulators, things like that, it's on another level. It really is on another level. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. So, as I said before at the start, please like, subscribe. I would love you to subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Leave your comments down below. What do you think? Would you invest in a VR if Xbox brought VR to the system? I'd be surprised if a lot of people didn't say yes they would. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. So please like, subscribe. and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.